Hello everybody, and welcome back to our channel, Two Brothers Outdoors. On the homestead. Today it's a beautiful 72 degrees outside and we're going hunting this afternoon. Tim's going to sit in the blind and I'm going to take to the ground, walk the ridges around the property, maybe be able to push something out to him. Maybe I'll see something myself. Today, since it's so warm, he's decided to sit in the blind, and I've dressed very light for walking. I'm wearing my 3D netting turkey suit, and underneath it, the only thing I have on is my underlayer, camouflage underlayer. So hopefully I'll stay cool. Probably as we get up towards sunset, I'll get too cool, and I'll be shivering. But I do have a sweatshirt in the back of my basket, so when I get back to the four-wheeler, I can put the sweatshirt on before we head down to the house. Alright guys, hopefully we'll be successful today. If we are, it's going to go straight to the butcher tonight. Can't let them hang in this kind of weather. Alright guys, so stay tuned and join us. And I'll do a little video as I'm hunting the ridges. Hopefully one of us will see something. Good afternoon everybody. It's Friday afternoon hunt. Went up this morning, didn't see nothing. So this afternoon I'm going to hunt in my upper blind. And Rick's going to push the ridges around and see if maybe we can push something off of the mountain. So Rick said it's too nice to be sitting in the box blind, so he's going to walk around. I just figured I'd stay put. One of us stay put, one of us walk around. Who knows? Might put something in front of me. So I just hope he don't push himself too hard, because he likes to push himself because he don't believe he's getting older. Last time he did this, he hurt his knee pretty good. So let's hope he takes it easy. Alright guys, stay tuned and I'll be back to you as soon as we get set up in the upper stand. Passing all kinds of good runs. Go right by my stand. Lots of leaves. There we go. Alright. I'm going to stay for a bit. Okay guys, I'm probably a good 3/4 of a mile in. I'm walking up through this stand of mixed hemlocks and oaks. I'm heading that direction. A couple years ago, maybe 3 years ago, the biggest buck I ever saw in my life was over here. Couldn't get a shot at it. I hunted him hard all season. Jumped him twice and never could get a shot. When I put Tim out on a stand, of course, he never ran that direction. All right, so what I'm doing is I'm working my way over to a ridge over here. It drops off sharp, and I'll sit on that ridge and watch down in the swamp there for a little while. And then I'll get up and move a little bit more north. And I'll keep moving north until I finally get back behind Tim, and then I'll work my way towards his stand. Hopefully meeting up with him about dark. Unless one of us gets lucky.
I'm not even in my stand 10 minutes. And it sounds like I heard a grunt right over there. I heard some leaves shuffle and it sounded like horns up against a tree. So call me crazy, but I believe that I just heard a buck. If I see him.
Alright, so we got a clump of deer scat there. And here, under this little hemlock branch, we have the start of a scrape. We're still a couple of weeks away from the rut. Maybe around the 17th, 18th, the rut starts, usually. Looks like they're starting to get ready, though.
Okay, guys, so just heard a gunshot off in the distance. I don't think it was Rick. It's pretty far. So it's probably right around about 4:30 or so. Not a whole lot of activity. Wind's picked up a little bit, but very warm. This is usually the week when rut starts. So I brought my rattles up. Never had any luck calling anything in with a rattle bag or with these or anything. So even with a grunt tube for that matter. Maybe I'm just doing it wrong. I don't know. Tell us what you guys use. What do you draw them in with? Do you use scents? Do you use the rattle bag, rattles? Or the tube, the buck tube? So, I don't know. There was a comment down below. What do you use? How do you lure them in? So, alright guys, let me keep paying attention. Rick's working it out there, so maybe he'll pull something in.
Okay, this is where I saw the biggest buck I ever saw in my life. I was coming up over that hill right there, and he was laying in that depression right there. He got up, I got enough time to get the scope on him, but he was gone, running that direction. Alright, so we're going to go up over this little hill, and then there's a ravine on the other side, and we're going to sit and watch in that ravine for a little while. See this area is quite broke up right here. I just spooked a doe out of here. She didn't leave yelling or nothing, but she walked right up through that little ravine. This is the big ravine right here. The doe had horns. I could have shot her. She wasn't moving that quick. She just kind of like walking out of the area. Which tells me I'm doing okay with the wind. Okay guys, I'm sitting on this hill looking down into this ravine. You got a plateau right here, and then it drops again. And right on the bottom side of that plateau has always been a great deer runway. They run this way, and then there's an intersection over here, and they run a ridge going away from me. But it's a good spot. Seen a lot of deer in here. Hopefully we'll see a buck here. We'll do some grunting and some rattling in a little bit. See what happens. Okay, I got a little doe walking through here. I don't know where she went. Kind of went behind those trees right there. I did some rattling and some grunting. I don't see anything else. She should come right through here, down at the bottom. If not, she's headed towards the other ridge. It's all oak trees through here, so it's all good feeding. If I don't see nothing in a few minutes, I'm going to move on down to another ravine. It's about 3:45 right now. Wish I could see where she went. Okay guys, it's 4 o'clock. I don't see where that little doe went. She must have headed the other direction. I don't see any other movement. So I'm going to sneak out of here, head over to the other ravine and sit for a little while. Sun's heading down. Okay. I'm almost to another spot we call Candy Wrapper. few years ago, I killed a big 9-point back here. He had one heck of a rub. It went up like 6 feet in the tree. He had to be standing on his hind feet to hit the tree that high. If it's still there, I'll show it to you. This is the tree that he had a rub on. You can see where he hit this tree all the way up here with his tines. He had all these branches broke off. He was a big boy. Okay guys, I'm sitting on top of another ridge, looking down into a good-sized swampy valley. We'll sit here for about 45 minutes. I just did some grunting, see if anything comes out. Many years ago, when my son was in the 2nd grade, bear season was open, so I took him bear hunting with me. Down over here, before you get to the next ridge, there was a tree, kind of like that one, that was down, but not all the way to the ground. So we climbed up in that tree a little ways and sat on a couple of crotches to get off the ground to be able to look around. While we were sitting there, a fisher came along, and the fisher came up the tree, and he stopped just short of us, sniffed the air, growled, showed his teeth, growled again, and ran back down the tree. My son thought that was the greatest thing in the world. Back in those days, I had bear dogs, so my son Mike would go with me quite often, run bears during the summer, tree them, take pictures of them, and then leave. So after the fisher event, he told a 2nd grade teacher about the fisher. She finally called me. She wanted a conference. I went to the conference, and she told me how Mike lives in a fantasy world, that I take him bear hunting all the time, and we tree bears, take pictures of them, and then there was a fisher that came up a log he was sitting on. And she said, we all know that fishers don't exist in the Adirondacks. I started laughing, told her everything was true. Everything he told you was true, and you owe me and him an apology. He lives in the real world. I miss those days of taking my young son out and him being so excited about everything that we did. As the sun goes down, it started to get cooler. The breeze is coming from my back now and blowing my scent down the hill. So I'm going to move. I'm going to move up the top of this hill and over on the other side. That way the breeze will be in my face. And I'll sit there until the sun goes down. And then I'll head out. Got a doe blowing down over the other ravine. Where I was sitting over here earlier. Got a doe blowing down there. The wind's still at my face now, but it's blowing my scent that way. I don't know if she smells me, or she's blowing at a coyote, or blowing at something else. Maybe she'll come up this ridge right here. We'll get a picture of her. I hear leaves rustling down over there. Wind's blowing this way. We might have something coming in.
The sun is setting quick, guys. We probably only got about another 15-20 minutes of light. Beautiful sunset today, though. Seen a bunch of squirrels, but that's about it. That seems good. I don't know, maybe it's too warm for them to be out. I don't know.
I'm back by candy wrapper. In a few minutes, I'm going to start hunting towards your stand.
Okay, guys. Rick just radioed me, and he's probably about a mile back behind me, but he's going to start working from what we call candy wrapper, which is on the ridge line. He's going to start working it towards me, so I'm going to keep my eyes open. Probably only got like maybe 40 minutes of daylight left, so hopefully he can get up here before it gets too dark. Or I may have to go rescue him, so stay tuned.
Okay, guys, the sun has dropped behind the horizon. I'm going to start hunting towards Tim before it gets too dark for me to be able to see. And because I'm going to be still hunting up through the woods, I probably got 3/4 of a mile to go. I'm not going to make any more video unless I happen to get lucky. Alright guys, Tim will do the closing. Before I get started heading towards Tim, we're catching a little flack on one of our hunting videos. Now you guys that have watched us over the last couple of years know that we let a lot of deer go by. We spend a lot of time and money doing game management on our property. Even during the winter time, we put feed out for the grouse and the other birds and some squirrels. And everything we do kill, we utilize every bit of it that's usable. We just don't kill for sport. Alright guys, until the next one, unless I get lucky between here and Tim, we'll catch you later. Okay, I'm closing the distance between Tim and I. I'm almost to him. It's about 30 minutes past shooting. It's about 30 minutes past sunset anyway, so I'm not supposed to be shooting beyond this point. We're close to it anyway. That tree in front of me, that's called crooked birch. If I told Tim meet me at crooked birch, he'll know exactly what I'm talking about. He shot at a big 11-point standing by this tree and missed. And the next weekend, he got him.
Okay, guys, I just heard a shot back to where Rick is. I'm going to radio him and see if that was him. How about it, Rick? About it, Rick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Was that you that shot?
That was on the other side of Lane Road.
Okay, I thought that was you.
About 300 yards from you right now.
10-4. Alright, guys, so that wasn't Rick. Somebody else back where he was hunting at.
Okay. Tim's tree stand is right there. Got this little hemlock tree. And a half-ass scrape right here. Right in view of him. He's not going to believe that. We've got a buck running around on camera back there anyway.
Can't believe this. There's a hunter coming through the woods. I'm going to have to go confront him. Okay, guys, he's getting ready to trespass. I'm going to have a talk with him. Find out who he is. Alright, so we lost light, shooting light, and I guess we're going to call it a day. Didn't say anything, but that's pretty much expected because it's pretty warm. So, okay, guys. Well, thanks for watching. Give us a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button. Ding, ding. Ring that bell. appreciate each and every one of you watching our videos and helping us grow. So, just keep at it and share. And we love it. It's awesome. We'd love to see our channel grow like it is. So, all right, guys, we gonna go ahead and pack it up, and gonna meet with Lumberjack, and we'll see you later. This is Sawdust, and I'm out of here.